Welcome, everyone, to Thursday night's Chaotic Good Improv, short form improv comedy show, Comedy One Shots. We are Chaotic Good Improv, and we're going to be improvising for you guys here tonight. What does that mean, Chris? What does improvisation mean? Well, let me explain that to you, audience. What that means is we're going to be making everything up that you see here tonight on the spot. We have nothing planned. We don't have any scripts, any plots in our brains. We're just going to be, yes-anding our way through some scenes and some short form games, and by suggestions given to us from you. So throughout the show, anytime one of us is introducing one of the games, we may ask you guys for a suggestion, a topic, maybe person, place, type of car, food, additive, whatever. And if you could name a food additive, I would definitely do a scene about that. But we'll improvise that scene and see where it takes us with that suggestion. And because we'll be improvising, that means that pretty much this is the only time this show is ever going to exist. We can't control what's going to happen. Sometimes we wish we could, but we can't. And it's going to go whatever way it goes. And it's going to be fun. And you guys get to be a part of it. So let me introduce our cast here tonight. My name is Chris.
Bruce.
We've got Katie.
Hey, Katie.
We've got Gabe.
Hey.
And we've got Patrick.
And we got a Patrick.
And last but certainly not least, we've got the Hostmaster Wizard General Tech Guy, Chad, who's going to be pushing all of our bells and whistles, making sure that our streaming is as good as it can possibly be for free. So, Chad, do you have any announcements or anything you need to make before the show?
Well, first of all, by your own rules that you just set out, your first scene is going to be about monosodium glutamate. But yeah. Well, welcome everyone to our show. We are so glad to have you tonight. Thank you for choosing us. You could have had a lot of things on a Thursday night, but you chose us to give you improv comedy directly from our hearts. I was trying to think of an organ it would come from, but heart is good. Heart is a good organ.
Our gallbladders.
Exactly. We do have the gall to do a free show for you. So, everyone, please, as you are settling in, grabbing your snacks, grabbing your drinks, grabbing your funny bone, which is weird. You'd just be sitting around like that. Go ahead and let your friends and family know that we are live. We are doing comedy for free on the internets, and we are streaming it to you on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube. All three places. Check it out. We are, we're very accessible that way. Usually on Twitch, people like to support us financially, which is really cool of them. And if you'd like to be one of those people, you can go to twitch.tv/chaoticgoodimprov, where you're probably watching right now, let's be honest, except for those of you who are on Facebook. Hi, Facebook! But yes, go ahead and do what Katie Joe just did in the chat, and go ahead and cheer us on. And also, if you'd like to, you can subscribe to us. If you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe to us for no additional cost. You're already paying for it. Why not go ahead and just throw a couple bucks this way? We would appreciate that very much. Thank you so much to everybody who has done so. Also, thank you to Seniors Improv Comedy, who is our latest follower on Twitch. And remember, if you follow us on Twitch and really any of our social medias, you'll get notified whenever we go live. So you'll never have to miss another second of improv comedy. That is amazing. Another thing, too, if you'd like to support us and also have a little something to show for it, we do have merchandise. As you can see, the lovely CGI logo is on most of our screens, and you can have that on your head. You can have that on your shirt. You can have that on a mug. You can have it on your face if you don't know how to wear clothes. But yes, you can have our logo, our colors, basically your entire CGI fandom displayed to the world through our merchandise. And that is available on our excellent website, chaoticgoodimprov.com. Check out our store. It is great. Let's see, one other thing. Since nothing is really planned tonight, except for, maybe some of the games that we're playing, we don't know what to call this thing when we're done with it. So we'd like to ask our audience, you, the viewing public, to help us name this episode of improv comedy that we are putting out there. If you hear our actors say something uproariously funny, and you will, or if you hear a common theme happening through the night that you think, wouldn't it be funny if our episode was named after that? Please put it in the chat. I will be Chaotic Good Improv on all chats across all internets that we're displayed on. And you can just put in your suggestion for a show title in quotes. or you could just let me know. Just say, hey, this is a funny idea. Use it. Put it in the chat, and we will go ahead and deliberate at the end from all the wonderful suggestions of a show title that you put in there. We'll put them in a big old list and deliberate which one we like. And the winner gets to be our best friend for an undisclosed amount of time. It's probably going to be a few seconds, but hey, you know, it's definitely something. You can't put a price on friendship. All right, guys, that is all. Well, yeah, I mean,
you probably shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm about 50 cents myself. You know,
I was friends with 50 Cent once, but he's too intimidating for me.
Yeah, just a bit. I mean, you know, he's a big guy. But yeah, there is that. Guys, thank you so much. That is all I have as far as housekeeping goes. And let's get to the actual funny. And for that, I always like to throw it back over to Chris to get us started. Chris, thank you.
Thank you, Chad. We're going to move right along to our very first game. It's going to be a game we like to start most of our shows with. That is the game of change. This will be for Patrick and Gabe. And what I need as a suggestion out there from the audience is some reason that you might celebrate, or maybe something that you might consider good luck. Maybe you found a penny and you want to celebrate it. Luck, one of those things. A reason to celebrate something good happened, or something that might be good luck, whatever. Just feel free to type that into the chat. Chat will look at it and let us know what he chooses as the suggestion. So the way this game is going to go is Patrick and Gabe will be improvising a scene based on a suggestion that we'll be giving to them. And anytime I want, I can say change. And when I say change, whoever just spoke will have to change the last thing that they just said to something completely different, and then have to justify why that last thing they said is now part of the scene, as opposed to the previous statement or sentence or question or sound or whatever. It's change. I can change as much as I want. It's my powerfuls. Chad, do we have a suggestion for either a reason to celebrate or maybe something that would be considered good luck?
We have a lucky shoe.
A lucky shoe. That's a reason to celebrate. I'll be honest with you. If I had a lucky shoe, I wish I had a lucky shoe. All right, so this scene will have something to do with a lucky shoe. I rhymed. This has something to do with a lucky shoe. This is Change with Patrick and Gabe in 3, 2, and 1.
That is upside down. You're pouring all the luck out on the ground under the doorway.
Well, I thought it looked real good. You know, you hang the horseshoe to where it goes down instead of up. It makes the room look much more put together.
Yeah, I would agree. It looks better on the wall, but I don't think it looks better on the ethereal plane.
Change.
Oh my!
I think you are a numbskull. You don't understand the reality of luck.
Well, hold on now, Jared. I mean, just because I hung it upside down on accident doesn't mean that I'm a numbskull, that I don't know what I'm doing.
You're right. You are right, Benny. That was so rude of me. That was just I didn't even think before I spoke.
Now I thought I was going to do a great favor for you and getting you this lovely shoe that I found in an auction house, but
Change.
I got this lovely shoe that I found in a dumpster, and
Change.
I found this lucky shoe that I ripped clean off of a horse, and I thought about you when I was doing it, and I thought if someone's gonna help me cover up this crime, it might be you, Jared.
Yeah, no, normally I would, but you're dripping blood on my floor.
Change.
Oh, it's kind of weird that horse is wearing flip-flops.
Well, I talked to a farrier, and apparently he was coming on hard times. He was out of the regular horseshoes, so he went down to the Walmart and got some flip-flops, put it on the horse, and said they were lucky. So I went ahead and just grabbed it and took it home.
You know what? That's surprising. I would have thought it was a beach horse. What do they call them? Seahorses?
Oh.
Well, I gotta say, I think it's kind of rude to steal from someone who was on hard times, needed a flip flop for them horses.
Well, I paid him for his effort, you know, because when I was running away, my wallet dropped out of my shorts, and I think he got the entire. When I was running away from him, my money clip and had $7 whole in it. It just fell right there, and I think he took it.
Well, Benny, I gotta say that's mighty generous of you. Them $7, I'm sure, will go a long way.
It wasn't generous at all. I feel like I was stole from.
Benny, you may be a numbskull.
I dropped
and seed. Nice. That maybe it ended up not being a very lucky shoe after all. I was
no. Yeah, just stolen property, and I want revenge.
You want revenge for stealing?
Hey Patrick, do you want to intro the next one?
I guess I do. All right. So our next game is going to be for our cast members, Katie and Chris, which will also feature Gabe and I in a support role for this game of Pillars. For this scene, we need a simple suggestion, something you might find in a junk drawer, just in your house somewhere. A junk drawer, just might be something old you haven't seen in a while, but just something you might find in a junk drawer. Because in this scene of Pillars, Katie and Chris, not Katie and Gabe, Katie and Chris are going to be doing a scene about your suggestion, and every once in a while they're going to have a little bit of trouble coming with that next word, and so Gabe and I will be there to help. So in the scene, whenever Chris raises his hand, Gabe will give him a hint, and whenever Katie raises her hand, I will give her a hint of our next word. That will be the next word out of their mouth, and I'll justify why they're saying that word. So, chat, do we have a suggestion? I forgot the word suggestion just for a second there. Do we have a suggestion for this game of Pillars?
Not quite yet. Please put them in the chat, and also if you're watching on Facebook, feel free to do it there too. I'm, keeping an eye out on everything. But yeah, definitely did want to take a brief moment as you're getting your junk drawer suggestions in to thank everyone who participated in the hype train, which is still kind of ongoing actually. And that would include Eagle Panini, Katie Joe, and I'm Nini OK, who cheered 1,000 bits, guys. 1,000 bits, which is amazing. Thank you so much. So thank you so much for everybody who's participated in that. All right, checking around real quick. Keeps freezing up on me. Okay, well, that's odd on that. I'm Nini OK, but that's cool. Appreciate you being on. We are looking for a suggestion.
Thank you for being odd. I'm Nini OK. Thank you
exactly.
for being odd.
The suggestion is anything from a junk drawer. Sorry, we had a question in the chat about any item, or what was the suggestion? Anything from a junk drawer. Go ahead and put that into the chat. So, let's see here. Sorry, this is one of the first times I've had like a live question from the chat as to what the suggestion was. So that's pretty cool. All right.
Like a DM to the.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Wait. What was the suggestion? What was the suggestion asked for? Yeah, toothpicks. Okay, we have toothpicks as a suggestion. So yeah, that would be it.
All right. So this is Pillars with Chris and Katie. Gabe will be Chris's pillar. I will be Katie's pillar. In 3, 2, and 1.
Honey, our neighbors are going to be here any second, and I need something to serve these cocktail wieners with.
Honey, I went to the Walmart and I got some of them real fancy toothpicks with the little colored paper on the top of them, and I think those will do.
Oh, honey, and these are cocktail wieners. They're not Hebrew national hot dogs. We don't need nothing that fancy, with colored tassel papers. I was thinking, what I was thinking is maybe we can just get some crackers or maybe even some thick, crusty bread or something and make little wiener sandwiches.
Well, Jethro, I don't want our neighbors thinking that we are not the classiest of people, okay? And everyone knows classy people have toothpicks with colored paper on them.
That's true. I don't want to be called a
cardigan,
just like what do a sweater or not a sweater, you don't know. It's kind of half and half. Sweater jackets, like that's, I don't want to be known as the sweater jackets of our neighborhood.
Right, we need to be known in the upper echelon of society. We're up there with the rest of them
neon
signs that just, those neon signs just shout classy,
Yeah,
That's
they
what
shout.
We are.
They do. They shout with visuals. they visually shout. You know, the last time I heard a visual shouting, I was sitting there. I think I was at a board meeting with the neon sign companies, and I was thinking about buying it. You know me, I'm a venture capitalist, and I thought maybe I could buy all the neon signs. It didn't work out. They were expensive.
Well, I remember that day, and I remember you said you were hearing the colors, and that was the day when I accidentally packed you my special brownies. I sure am sorry about that.
Well, that's good, because the doctor told me I was either high or I had synesthesia, which I could barely say. Or there's one other option. He said you might have opaque eardrum syndromoniosity. I don't know what that was either, but it sounded awful.
Don't even say that. You know that gets my heart racing when you talk about something as serious as that. And we gotta bring it back in. You know, tonight we have got to impress our neighbors with our iPad usage.
Oh yes, they're gonna be flabbergasted at how quickly and nimbly my fingers can twitter all over the Twitter on the iPad. You know, they're gonna be like, oh my goodness, I've never seen
Donovan.
Said you're going to say my name that way because they're going to be so bedazzled by the way my fingers are moving.
Oh, well, honey, I think we are in pretty good shape for tonight. And I just want to tell you that I am proud of how hard you've been working lately, because I know that a few weeks ago when we saw that submarine just flying over us with the helicopter attached. Like that was a scary moment for you.
Yeah. I mean, who would have thought a flying submarine could lasso onto an attached helicopter? That was just amazing. You know, I figured there's still some bamboozling and flabbergasting going on there off on the coast. You know, it's not normal. Which reminds me of these toothpicks. I found them, honey. And you know what? Your submarine story reminded me that they were in the bathroom.
Oh, well.
And scene.
That's where I keep all my toothpicks and my submarines.
The submarine flying over us. Attached to
with a helicopter attached to it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. My brain immediately thought the helicopter would be doing the flying, but you're right. No, the way it was said is that the submarine was flying.
Yeah.
The helicopter attached.
This sounds like the setup to a John Landis movie, but anyway. Too soon.
Well, you know, it's because we were talking about Operation Dumbo Drop right before flying things.
Well, speaking of Dumbo Drops, we're going to move on to a game called Switch. So this is for all 4 of our actors, and I get to run this one. Yay! What we're going to do is we're going to pair off our actors into a squared circle, or a circular square, if you prefer. Chris and Patrick will be a pair of actors. Patrick and Katie will be a pair of actors. Katie and Gabe will be a pair of actors. And Gabe and Chris will be a pair of actors. And they will all fit into this nice little circular area we have here. What's going to happen is I need a lot of suggestions. Lots of suggestions. And I do mean lots of them. Anything you can think of, basically. So what would be... one of my favorites is a weird place to get lost. Give me a weird place to get lost. Give me a relationship between 2 people. And or... give me something you almost named an animal but never did. You know, just a name you never
get lost. I'm gonna have to go with Map Store.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird pet names to me. Donovan.
Why not? Or whatever you can think of, just go ahead and put it in the chat. And really, there are no bad suggestions other than what we just heard. Yeah, go ahead and put those in the chat, and we'll go ahead and select those. We will assign them to each pair of actors, and any time we need to switch between the scenes that these actors will do based on their suggestion, I can call out the name of that suggestion. We'll switch to that scene. It's why we call the game Switch. It's like I have a little switcher or a remote control if you're fancy.
Switcher.
Exactly. Look, my dad used to call it a switcher, and dadgummit, it was good enough for him.
I always was told it was called a clicker.
It's a clicker, it's a switcher, it's a remote control. Do we have a flip-flop? Did anybody ever call it a flip-flop?
Only when it was stolen from a horse.
The silence was deafening. But yes. Okay, so first of all, we have a suggestion for ducks. Ducks for Chris and Patrick. All right, so there is that. Let's go with Patrick and Katie. Your suggestion is peppermint patty. Peppermint patty. Katie and Gabe, your suggestion is Lost in Space. Lost in Space. Okay? And finally, Gabe and Chris, your suggestion is Nebraska.
All right.
Nebraska.
Is that the weird place to get lost? Is that where that came from?
I think that might have been a pet name, actually. Nebraska!
Nebraska.
Yeah. All right, I had a turtle name that. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's start with ducks because I think they're adorable. We'll start a scene. The suggestion is ducks with Chris and Patrick, and we'll switch as needed. This is the game of Switch in 3, 2, and 1.
Well, Dad, I'm just so darn nervous. I don't know how to hold this shotgun.
Now, son, you need to be really careful because you've got it backwards. You need to turn that around. You're about to shoot your num-nums off. Okay, there you go. Now, boys, now these ducks that we're about to murder, they're very fidgety and jumpy. So you're getting fidgety and jumpy. They're going to feel that, and they're going to flee.
So they're going to think I'm their friend. Oh, they're going to flee. Right. Don't think they're my. They won't think they're my friend. Okay, they're going to.
Yeah. Take a deep breath, boy, because you're gonna have to get some gonads up here. Because when you start seeing them flying, you're gonna have to murder every single one of those ducks. Not all of them, but as many as you can.
I'm taking a lot of deep breaths very rapidly in quick succession. So I feel like I'm really breathing. Yeah.
Yeah, you look a little pale, son. You might need to stop that. Okay. You're about to hyperventilate.
Okay,
Nebraska. Nebraska.
Look at all that corn.
Mm-hmm. We did good this year, Jethro.
I just couldn't imagine, and there's almost one piece of corn out there for every seed that we planted. That's almost 100% return.
It is, which means we can almost give one piece of corn to everyone in Nebraska, because I counted out one kernel, one seed, if you will, per person in this great state.
Oh,
look at all 14 of our corns.
I know. That's quite the return. And you know what? I think kernels are going to be coming back again. Mm-hmm. We're going to be able to reopen our store.
Yep.
And sell all of our delicious, delectable, hard as a rock kernels.
Well, people do like to support the veterans, and I think you served well.
I did.
I think people will respect that.
I did. I was one of the only Coast Guard members in Nebraska the whole time they were in the Coast Guard.
Lost in space.
Houston?
Yep.
We have a problem.
Oh, that's terrible.
Well, I thought I was just gonna take a quick little jaunt, if you will, and seem to have lost my way. So if you could help me, that would be good.
Yeah, we're finding you floating out near Pluto.
Oh my gosh, this was a much longer walk than I thought. Gah.
Yeah, you really went. You kind of got moving there just a bit further than we expected.
Okay, well, it's fine, right? I'm just gonna need a little bit of guidance, to get me back where I need to be, because this isn't it.
The best course of action would be to go straight towards the big glowing thing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Peppermint patty.
So my wife said she likes a candy, but I can't remember what it is. It's so funny.
It's probably Reese's. Everybody loves peanut butter and chocolate.
No, she said she's allergic to. Is there peanuts or pollen? I can't remember. That doesn't sound right though.
I'm gonna be honest. It's an important distinction to know if she's allergic to peanuts if you're buying a candy bar, because a lot of them.
That's that's what it is. That's what it is. Okay, yeah, she's allergic to peanuts, but she likes the flavor of creme de menthe. Yeah, I don't know. I forgot that. it's our anniversary. I was trying to get her some candy. Do you have anything with creme de menthe in it? Just a little bit of creme de menthe.
Okay, so if it's today is your anniversary.
I mean, it's her favorite flavor in the world. You know, I don't need any judgment here. You know, just candy with creme de menthe in it, please, if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out like your anniversary is today, and you're just now like getting.
Yeah. I'm actually running late for dinner right now.
Okay.
I was supposed to do that about an hour and a half ago.
Nebraska.
Sorry, hour 35 ago.
Well, they got it.
Yep.
Them crows.
Them damn crows, you know, ever since I gave up murdering birds with my pistol guns.
Mm-hmm. Well, that traumatic experience you had with your father when you were a young boy with that shotgun didn't help.
Yeah, I didn't know somebody could hit somebody so hard with a shotgun.
Yeah.
That's just...
He was not happy you didn't kill them ducks.
No,
Ducks.
You know...
Ow! Oh my Dad! When I shoot it, it hurts my shoulder.
That's called kickback, son. I warned you about that. You ain't listening very well, are you?
Wait, what'd you say? I didn't hear you.
That's what I'm talking.
You're rubbing my shoulder.
Yeah, well, boy, you got to have a little buffer. And you know what? You might need to man up a little bit. Get yourself some muscles and some balls, and hold that gun up against your shoulder and aim it at them birds and kill them.
Oh, okay. Let me. Do you have any more of the bullet things that go in there?
They're called shells, son. They're called shells.
Lost in space.
Eagle One, you are too close to the sun.
Oh my gosh! I was wondering why it was so hot. To be honest, I thought I was going through the change.
Mm-hmm. That's something we should probably talk about in private, Eagle One.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was a private line. I didn't know this was. Oh my God! I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, we are live on national TV, Eagle One.
Oh, well, my fellow Americans, I am definitely young and very in my prime. And
Eagle One, you're just making things worse here.
Peppermint Patty.
Okay, you know what? I didn't realize it was daylight savings time. I'm actually 2 hours 35 late for dinner right now.
Okay, sir, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. You know what? When you came in, I thought York peppermint patties. That's what this guy he looks like. But you know what?
Ooh,
I think
yeah.
we're gonna have to break out the Andes mints for this, because like you can't.
You know what's funny? She loves creme de menthe, hates peppermint patties, hates Andes mints. I don't know what it is. Every time I buy it for her, she gets so mad. You know what?
Well,
you know what? It might not be creme de menthe. She might actually hate those.
Yeah, I you know, I don't want to intrude, but like I've been taking some classes at the local community college, and if you just allow me to make an observation, she might be mad because you're late a lot.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Here, how about this? Why don't you call her from my phone, and you can kind of explain to her what's going on. You speak Russian, right? She doesn't speak English. She only speaks Russian.
Ducks.
Boy, look, you can just pop your shoulder back in. That's what men do. They get dislocated all the time.
Dad, I don't think that's proper. I'm still a young, growing boy, and I don't think this is right for my development.
Son, you want to keep growing and living? You better pop that shoulder back in your arm.
And seed.
Oh, we're gonna end with that great.
Yeah, we are. I was like,
one
no,
more moment of
usually
Chris
how
is a very nourishing, loving father.
Usually how my conversations went with my dad, but no, that's so
Happy
good,
Father's
so
Day.
good, so good.
Oh,
And from that, we're going to go into yet another game called Abridged. And real quick, I'm sorry, I kind of missed it earlier. Who had the long story?
Katie, I think it was Katie, Chris,
Okay.
Patrick, Gabe, Excuse me.
Cool,
Yes.
cool. All right, so Katie, Chris, Patrick, Gabe, and we actually already had a suggestion for a that I really want to see as a story and everything. So we'll go ahead and go with that. But what's going to happen here is that Katie is actually going to tell a story, an original story, and she will have 60 seconds to do so. A made-up story on the spot from one of the suggestions we had earlier. Chris will be telling that story in half that time, so he will have 30 seconds to tell the exact same story. So he'll have to condense a little bit, and that's why this game is called Abridged. Then Patrick will have half of that time, 15 seconds to tell the story. Gabe will have 5 seconds to tell the story when all is said and done. So you're going to hear the same story 4 different ways, but we're not going to waste your time by so much each time. Okay, so once again, we'll start with the original story with Katie in 60 seconds. I have a timer ready to go. Katie, the name of your story is Turtle Named Susan. A turtle named Susan. And thank you to Addie Hatter for that suggestion earlier. We'll start with 60 seconds, Turtle Named Susan, in 3, 2, and 1.
Once upon a time, there was a turtle named Susan. And she was not a very nice turtle. She was what you might call a Karen turtle. And when she went to the store, nothing was ever to her liking. So she yelled and yelled at everyone. But that did not get her any friends. No one liked the turtle named Susan. So one day, she decided maybe she should try to be a little bit nicer. And she brought cupcakes for everyone in her office.
30 seconds.
And after that day, they knew her as Susan the turtle, not Karen the turtle. And that's good because Karen turtles are not fun for anyone to be around. And
10 seconds.
and cupcakes are the best way to not be a Karen. So that's what I have for all of you reptiles.
I
And live happily ever after.
That was 30 seconds of morals. I loved it.
The moral of the story is actually.
So Gabe, do you want to take this one?
Okay, so that story had a lot of twists and turns, and now poor Chris is going to have to condense all that into 30 seconds. So let's see if we can do all that in 30 seconds. Again, this is Turtle Named Susan in 3, 2, and 1.
Once upon a time, there was a turtle named Susan, and she wasn't a very nice turtle. She was kind of like a Karen turtle, and she was so much like a Karen turtle that she didn't have any friends. No one really liked her. So one day, she went to work, and she was like, I won't be a Karen turtle anymore.
Seconds.
So I brought cupcakes, and all the people loved the cupcakes. They were like, yay, you're now a Susan turtle, no longer a Karen turtle. And the moral of the story is, strap in, this is a long one, is if you don't want to be a Karen, bring cupcakes, because cupcakes are delicious, and people will like you.
As seen.
Wow, that was more detailed and less time.
More detail, less time, and honestly, I think we got something going on here. Let's see how much more detail we can cram in to 15 seconds with Patrick in 3, 2, and 1.
Once upon a time, there was a turtle named Susan. Susan was a bit of a Karen turtle, so people didn't usually like her. Susan wanted to change her repertoire, her reputation, so she brought cupcakes to her office. The moral of the story is, bring cupcakes.
Yeah, see?
It makes people like you.
Man, that 15 seconds takes up on you.
It does. All right, so Gabe, I hope you got all that because you have to tell all of that in 5 seconds. Okay, so here it is. Turtle Named Susan, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Susan Karen Turtle, friendless. Bring cupcake? Yay!
Scene!
Nicely done.
Well done.
That was fun. That was good.
All right.
All right. Let me look here. Our next game is going to be not for me to explain.
Yeah, exactly. I got another one.
I gotta find it.
I skipped a line.
Yeah.
And was reading the next one.
It's okay. I did that a couple weeks ago. It happens. Okay. So we'll move on to a game called Chaotic Zooming. For this, I'm going to need to mute everyone. So everybody say bye, Cass. All right. Give me just a second here. And muted. Okay. So, the cast cannot hear us at this point. It's just me and you, audience. What's going to happen is we're going to assign each of these folks a job or an organization that they would work for that would benefit from having a Zoom meeting. So we need lots of jobs, lots of organizations. Go ahead and just start flooding them in the chat. No bad suggestions on this one. Just go ahead and jobs, organizations, and what have you. I will assign, via our secret chat in the background, I will assign one job or one organization to each person. They will have no idea who the others are working for, but they will have a, they'll be representing their particular employers or organizations, and they will have to sort out some kind of office problem, which we will need a suggestion for that too. So just someone come up with a random office problem, something funny, nothing like serious that you'd have to actually go to HR about, but just something mundane, something annoying about office life. Put that in, and any jobs or organizations or what have you, and we'll go ahead and assign those. So yeah, we have them start coming in, you know, for real, just keep flooding them in. We'll go ahead and assign those. NASA is actually very appropriate considering that we had that a second ago. So yeah, NASA, I'm going to go ahead. I think I will hand that over to, you know what, Katie is, I think it'd be funny that, you know, Katie, having done that last scene and everything, would have to be the NASA person now, so, alright. Katie has that. Alright, ooh, mail carrier. I do like mail carrier. So yeah, mail carrier is a thing. We're going to give that to, I believe Chris would do something with that. So Chris will be mail carrier. Cool beans, cool beans. Looking around here, let's see, a dentist. Dentist would be amazing. So we'll have dentist, and we'll give that to Gabe. I think Gabe would make a great dentist. And, you know what? I like that, NRA. We have NASA and NRA, that's great, and we'll give that to Patrick. Cool, cool. And the problem that they are dealing with is the copier is out of paper. So, I'll cough directly in the mic because that's professional. And we'll go ahead and start bringing these guys back in. So give me 1 second here. Okay, everyone. It looks like we are just about ready to get back and start solving this terrible problem. So your mics will be live in 3, 2, and 1. All right, folks. Everyone has their assignments, correct?
Yes.
Absolutely. Your mission is to figure out why the copier is out of paper. And for that, I'm going to call this chaotic Zoom meeting to order in 3, 2, and 1.
Well, guys, I don't want to start out this meeting on the wrong foot or nothing, but I'll be honest, I'm pretty pissed off, all right? It's my right as an American to have paper in my copier as guaranteed by the Constitution. Now, I need someone to own up, to fess up to why the paper is not the dad-burn copier now.
Well, I certainly don't think it's my fault that there's no paper in there, but I'd be happy to open it up very wide and take a look, you know, peek around in there, see what's going on.
We don't use the copier for anything. We don't make the letters. We deliver them. We have no need for the copier paper.
Well, we have, what I know is that we've got some of the best and brightest minds in our nation working here together, and we will come up with a solution to this problem.
Now,
I have no doubt.
Now, hold on now, okay? I don't want any bright minds working in our organization, all right? We have a reputation to uphold that we are the dumpster fire of America, okay? And I don't like the idea of keeping paper trails or nothing. Honestly, I want to keep the shredder open, not the copier, okay? I want to shred documents because we're trying to flee the state of New York now, okay?
Well, that's fine, and we can do that. I mean, we are American. We do have a reputation.
You're right.
Neither sleet nor hail nor slivers in swamps. We will deliver through everything.
We absolutely will, and we
like
will
that.
go where no man has gone before.
Yep.
And we will plant our flag there so people will
Yeah.
know that we have been there.
And we will look inside of it, but it's got to wear a lead vest.
Well, now, hey guys, now listen. All right, you don't want to look down it. All right, that's one of the first 3 rules. Okay, you don't want to look down it because that's a danger area. Okay, that's how you get your eye boomed out. Okay, we got to make sure that we're not looking down the barrel there, that we're staying safe because technically,
Well,
that's what we're
you
supposed
don't
to
really
do.
want to stay. You don't want to stare down the middle of it. You want to stay towards the front of it. You know, right where all the action is.
Well, barrels are not authorized receptacles for what we are to be putting inside of them. If it's not
Root
an
beer-
approved letter acceptance device, we can't use it.
Well, yes,
Root beer barrels are terrible. I would
Yes.
suggest staying away from root beer barrels at all costs.
Yes, per our charter in the great state of Texas, the only receptacles for our product are. That's something I can't say on air, but we can talk about it offline here. Okay, we don't want any paper trails. Okay.
Well, speaking of Texas, like I said, we've got a lot of great minds that are just coming up with brilliant ideas here, and we are gonna. Yes, yeah, they are. I mean, we are smart people. I don't know why.
We're gonna, but we're not smart now. Okay.
I mean, I beg to differ. I think we have some very intelligent people who are working here and with us and representing our great nation quite well.
I will.
Not a one.
I will say I have worked the Houston area for a while, and there wasn't a great mind that devised those routes. They were crisscrossing and turning around, and I was late every single day.
Don't even get me started on those routes.
As seen. Oh, that's so good.
Okay.
So good.
So,
Any
Katie,
ideas?
were you like NASA or like okay, NASA?
Yeah. Gabe, were you some kind of dentist or like X-ray tech?
Yeah, I was a dentist.
Chris, I feel like you were delivering the mail.
I was a mail carrier / postal service. The entire postal service.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Patrick, were you?
Were you MAGA?
Close.
I was gonna say Proud Boy.
Pretty close. The National
NRA.
Rifle Association.
Okay,
Oh,
I knew
yeah.
NRA was my next guess.
I mean, they're same umbrella. It's all good to say.
Yeah.
I have a
all
funny
right.
reason I picked that, by the way, but go ahead.
I was more concerned with just shitting on the NRA and not helping you guys solve what I am.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Chad.
All right, we're going to move on to the next game here. This will be a game for Gabe and Katie. And what I'm going to need from the audience is anyone's zodiac sign, just a zodiac sign. And I'm going to read your horoscope live on the interwebs. And Gabe and Katie will improvise a scene kind of based on what your horoscope is. So just type in any zodiac sign. Chad, let me know as soon as we get a zodiac sign, and I will read that horoscope.
Absolutely. Okay, looks like we got Leo.
Leo. All right. This is for you, Leo, September 30th, 2021. Have you been thinking about changing jobs or taking up a new profession? If you have, now's the time to lay the groundwork. If you haven't considered it, a new opportunity may take you by surprise. You may go from a behind-the-scenes career like banking to a very public profession like acting, which also could be behind the scenes, but that's one of the... Don't hesitate because of insecurity. If you like what's happening, go for it. That's a little dose of positivity maybe in today for you, Leo. That is your suggestion, Gabe and Katie, to improvise a scene. This is horoscope in 3, 2, and 1.
I am so heartbroken that we're losing you. I just can't come to grips with it.
Well, Jeff, you know, the good thing is you're not going to have to worry about it because you're going to see me on your TV soon.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to make it big, okay? And so I think it was this 9 to 5 that was holding me back from my dreams. So
Yeah. Well, I got to say, Deborah, I'm really excited for you. You know, I think it's going to be tough around the office. You know, we all miss shy Deborah, the one who barely ever left her cubicle.
right.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of surprised you want to go into acting. You know, at the Christmas party this year, Jeff brought out the camera to take some pictures, and you went and hid in the corner.
Well, that's because Jeff too is a real creep, and I had to stay away from him because he's just a little creepy. But I'm gonna come out of my shell now that I've left this job too. I can feel that coming on. I'm just gonna,
Okay.
just
Well,
have to-
I'm so happy for you, Deborah. I've heard that they're filming a new movie down here in downtown.
They are.
Maybe you could get a role in that.
Well, I don't want to say anything too soon, but I have already been cast as woman number 3.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's one step removed from Jeff too.
I know. I think this is going to be my big break. People are going to see my name, woman number 3, and they're just going to know she's the next Grace Kelly or something.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to. There was one other thing I wanted to talk to you about, Deborah. I'm afraid there was a mix-up with your retirement fund.
Oh no.
And it's empty.
Oh. Well, that is unfortunate because I am not sure about the stability of this current plan that I have, and I was really counting on that as sort of a nest egg,
Well, you'd only been paying into it for 6 months, so it wasn't a
Oh.
a super large sum.
Well, it was
I'll
like
be honest.
a hummingbird egg nest, It was just,
Yes, I would describe it as hummingbird egg-sized.
Yeah. Well, I thought I didn't know that's how retirement works. See, I thought as long as I just paid into account, then I could retire. They don't ask too many questions. You just say, here I am. Where's my check?
I think you do have the mind of an actor, Deborah. I think you'll make it.
Oh, okay. Well, that sure is a relief, Jeff, because I have been, I just think woman number 3, that role is really going to open up some doors for me. And so I'm just glad to be getting out of here because, between you and Jeff number 2, it's a lot.
No, I understand. Before you go, just one last favor for your boss, Jethro. Could you just say your big line that you're going to say that's going to be your big break?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so good every time you say it.
Oh,
And seed. What a twist.
What a twist indeed.
All right. Let's see. Gabe or Katie, you want to intro our last game of the eve?
yeah.
Oh, I can. Unless you wanted it, Katie.
Nope,
Did you?
go for it, Gabe.
All right. This last game is called Letter Sub. It is going to be for Chris and Patrick. So what we need 2 letters. Probably shouldn't do vowels. So I think we're going to stay with consonants that are pretty, frequently used. We don't want the X's. We don't want those. Those are, no one uses X's or J's. Probably should stick with the more commonly used ones. And then for suggestion, so we just need 2 letters and then a suggestion. Chad, do we have any that we haven't used yet that stood out to you?
Yes, road construction worker.
Okay,
road
road construction worker.
Yes. And the letters are R and M.
R
M or
and
N?
M.
M as in Mike.
Mike.
See, that
So-
does come in handy.
So you want R's to become M's?
Other way.
Other way. Okay, so M's become R's, which means Mike becomes Reich.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Reich. All right, so this is something to do with construction worker. This is Chris and Patrick in letter sub in 3, 2, and 1.
Good morning, Rafi.
Good morning, Ricky. It's been one heck of a night.
It
I
has.
did not get much sleep.
Too many Rickalobes.
Too many Rickalobes. You know, the baby's been crying up, keeping Rhea awake all night.
Oh yeah, you need to watch out for their babies. They cry, they roan. You know. Now, I did before we get started on this asphalt. I'm gonna ask you if I can share your lunch. my wife packed me Ruffins again, and I hate Ruffins.
You want some of Rye lunch?
Your lunch, yes. You always have the good stuff. BLTs, bacon, lettuce, and
Rye girlfriend works so hard to pack Rhea a great lunch full of all sorts of different reets, and I don't think I need to share with you.
Lunch reets are delicious. They're tasty. I like them on a good rye bread or with some mayonnaise and some mustard.
Yeah, I know how I take rye sandwiches. You know, I put rye sandwiches on rye. I spread the reets and the mustard and the mayonnaise, but I mean, you can't have none of rye.
Oh my mouth is watering. My lips are dripping.
I see that, Ricky, but you can't just eat your Ruffin for just today, or maybe go and buy your own lunch at McDonald's or Arby's or something like that.
McDonald's is pricey, and their Big Rack is nasty.
I agree. The Big Rack is nasty, but it's not my favorite. But you got to get your own food, man. You're trying to steal my lunch every single day. You took my food on run day. You tried to ask me again for it on Tuesday, and now it's Thursday. I'm over it, man.
Look, Matthew, I have to confide in you. Relissa and I are on tough tires. We're on tough tires. We can't afford our mortgage. Our monthly rent is it's not gonna rake it.
Oh, this is news to Ree, because I was just talking to Relissa the other day, and she made everything sound like it was just fine. Was she just trying to make Ree feel comfortable with the situation?
Yeah, she was comfortable about it. We're our savings is gone. The bank took all our money.
But you put so much money into the cryptocurrency business you had going on with REIT coin. You know, you invested different amounts of currency into different REITs, like you were trying to get off my sandwiches. You know, was that not a real thing? Was that a share?
It was a share. They took Ree for all I had. I am broke, penniless. I'm a Roron, really. I shouldn't have trusted those online computer guys.
And scene.
Oh man, computer.
On computer.
I said sham, and I was like share.
Well, that's our show. One. Yeah. That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching. And I want to thank Patrick and Katie and Gabe for improvising here tonight. And I would like to turn this over to Chad so that we can choose the title for tonight's show. Chad, what titles do we have for the show?
All right, so before we get to the titles real quick, I do want to thank once again everybody who contributed to the Hype Train, as well as I'm NeoK, who went ahead and threw in another 2,000 bits, because that is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that. We really do appreciate that. That keeps greasing the wheels. That keeps improv going. Appreciate that. Okay. We had a late breaking one that was just gold. Okay, cool. All right, so let's get to the suggestions. First of all, we have Donovan. I spelled that with 5 O's, and some of them are capitalized. Great times. Shoot your num-nums off. Kernels. Slivers in swamps. Woman number 3 is going to open up some doors for me. And of course, their big rack is nasty.
Oh no!
That was a late breaking one. Yeah.
Oh god.
That one worked out better than I thought it would when I started saying it. So.
The big rack is nasty sounds like a Herald team somewhere.
It does. It does. All right. So if you like any of those, you want to do real quick, type it back in for an upvote, and we'll just take whatever the audience upvotes. Real quick, Patrick is our champion of Jackbox games with a very decisive win. I think it's 3 months in a row. Won that on Tuesdays. If you're interested in watching or participating in our Jackbox game shows, join us on Tuesday nights. When we do those, you can also play along with us. I know next month is the next Jackbox game is supposed to come out. So Jackbox Party Pack 8, I believe. And we're going to be doing, when it does come out that night, we're going to be doing an entire show, probably longer than regular show, just playing every single game from beginning to end, so you guys can see how those get to go. Chad, do we have that title?
Yeah, it looks like there's a vote for Donovan. So there's that.
That works for me. Donovan, we'll just, how many O's? We'll have 5, 6 O's. I like it.
Exactly, yeah.
All right. Do we have any raids planned, Chad?
Yeah, we didn't have any on tap. That's fine, though.
No worries. That's all right. I'd like to thank, again, the audience, you guys, for watching and all of your suggestions. Our cast, again, for improvising with us tonight.